So I decided not to epoxy it just the way this was. I felt super glue would work the best, and so far it is. Thanks for coming down and hanging out in the basement with me today. What I've got is a box of interesting stuff, something that I love. Passenger cars and MTH brand stuff. I definitely am an MTH fanboy. But this is an auction find, and we got some interesting stuff on here. First off, MTH Overton, which is kind of passenger car for like the general there would be typical. And we say on the edge here it says Jersey Central 3-car passenger set. And what got me about these is the color, the decoration. I really like it. But we've also got something else interesting on the box. Got a big yellow label here. 2 cars, broken chassis. And here's something that's interesting. January of 2019. And what's interesting about that? Well, this set was released in the 2018 MTH catalog, so these cars might not have any runtime. Hopefully I did okay. I spent $65 on the auction lot, plus auction fees and shipping. That's right around $100 for me, so we'll see if I did good. Let's spin the camera around and we'll pull these out of the box. Alright, well, I'm kind of really dying to get into these things. Let's take a look here. Oh, there we go. Spin this guy around. That is really beautiful. Alright, let's see here. Jersey Central 159 Overton coach car. Now, try not to break the box here. We'll see what the extent of the damage is. Nice little instruction sheet. Nope. Nice. We got a... Oh, very interesting. Would you look at that? The plastic cracked right where the truck screws in. I know I should be able to use some epoxy on that sucker. Look at that. No runtime whatsoever. Not even a wheel mark. Nothing on here. Wow. Let's get the lights a little closer. Let's look at this car a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I can't disconnect the wires quite right away. Wow, look at that, guys. That is nice. Let's put that on the track and turn on the lights. We'll get out there, the car's next, but I want to see how these things look lit up. Oh, that looks pretty darn nice. Wow. Some of the fuzz off of it, but boy, I think I did all right. Okay, let's take a look at the other ones. Car number 2 out of the box. Yep, same issue. Shipping damage, probably. Okay, yep, same brake right there. Wow. We'll leave this one this direction. Get a little variety here. Yeah, I'm going to put some epoxy on that sucker. There we go. That's nice. That's really nice. All right. Now it's set on 2 of the cars, so let's see what the third one looks like. If I can get it out of the box. Okay, this is 159, 161, 150. Oh, this blue is really nice. Hopefully that comes across in the camera. It's really deep blue. Alrighty. These cars are good. So we'll just take a quick look at this car. Yeah, this one hasn't had any runtime either. I can't blame anybody when they bought something brand new for returning it with that kind of defect. Boy, look at these suckers. These are great. Pretty. Boy, nice. Really nice. Okay, let's get you down for a closer look. So, got everything pulled apart. These are super easy chassis to pull apart here. 4 screws, pull those out first, then body shell comes off. And then I pulled off the 2, there's a screw here, and in the same spot over here. That allows the floor to come off. And then this will allow me access to put some extra adhesive in here, like some epoxy or something, and also to inspect these. These look pretty good still. But I'm not sure. Here's the broken piece, which was on the truck. It was easy enough to get out. Not sure if it was a defect in the mold, maybe, because these actually, they don't sit flat in there. I mean, if you push them in, they do, but they're kind of under tension. So I find that pretty interesting. But yeah, I may secure this first with the super glue, and then on the inside put some epoxy just to hold it in place. But otherwise, I am really happy with how this is going so far. I've got it. This thing should work just great. Okay, here I'm looking at the other car, and I see we got a broken wire. Now, why would that happen? Well, it happened because it wasn't really soldered very well in the first place. And that's okay. So, we're just going to tack that on real quick, but this is something to keep an eye out for, because this will keep one of these lights from working, and you might think, hey, the bulb's bad now. But this is a super easy fix. I'm going to try to do this without adding any solder, just because I'm lazy. So let's give it a shot here. We'll just maneuver this in such a way. We'll just apply a little heat, not too much because we got plastic all over and that'll melt. See if I can avoid melting wires. Of course I'm melting little wires, but that's okay. Alrighty. Yeah. We need some solder. This has probably got lead-free solder on it. Alrighty, let's bring in some good quality Kester brand 6040. First off, we'll get some good solder on the end of the soldering iron here. We'll clean the soldering tip off. There we go. Nice good solder. Let me change my visor. Alright, there's the tip. Part of the iron. There we go. Good solder on that. We'll get some good solder on this tab without hopefully melting everything. Good. Clean off my soldering iron. Alright, here's the important step. We'll put just a little bit on the end. Maintain the temperature. We should have a good joint when we're done. Hold them both together. Let it cool. Let's give it a good test. That is on there good. Let's just check the other ones and make sure we're not going to break off. I think the other ones are going to be fine. On to putting this car back together, and I'll show you the other one. So I decided not to epoxy it just the way this was. I felt super glue would work the best, and so far it is. I had to sand down the extra super glue and got a little bit on my fingers there, but that's okay. But in here, I really had to sand down the extra super glue. Just the way the crack was, it kind of went right where that screw rides, and if I were to tighten the truck here with the screw, it would bind up or sit wrong or not have enough play, because here's the original truck, and we got a little bit of play in here, which is what you want. So I'm really happy with this. We'll get this all put together. Got the two coaches done here, or actually this coach is done. This one was already good. The other thing about putting it together is we've got this one spot raised up on the one side only, and the body will fit on either way, but where the blanked out window is, you want that over there. Hey, and let's get this back together and get a train in front of it. Okay, we got the general hooked up. Let's pull her forward and see how it looks. Car number 1. Car number 2. Car number 3. And following up the back end is the presidential car from the first set of cars I got. Alright, they're all done, and I am extremely happy with the repairs. Now, I wasn't quite positive how this was going to turn out when I first opened the box, because the auction just showed one of the cars in the box plus the other two boxes. It said 3 cars, 2 of them had broken chassis, so I didn't know what I was in for. I thought maybe there would be a problem with the couplers because they have zinc rod on them or something, but that's clearly not the case. And I really like the paint job a lot better on these than the first generation cars here. This is the first generation car. You can tell because it's got smaller rollers on it, and it's also got like 12-volt light bulbs or something. If I put this on the track at 17 or 18 volts, this car is like super bright, whereas these cars are more like normal. And why is that? Well, it's because that these cars were meant to go on Protosound 2 and 3 layouts. So if I operate in conventional mode most of the time. So if I'm like at 12 volts, these things are like really dim. I could change the light bulbs, but I'm going to leave it for now. It's not that big a deal. If I was going to run them all the time, I probably would change it. I really want to say thanks for watching, and let's finish it out with some view of the train going around.